Hi everybody, Dr. Pingle here. This is a quick demonstration of the statistical outlier filter in CloudCompare. So I've got my LiDAR point cloud of Binghamton University. This is a aggregation that comes from the NOAA point cloud extractor. So it's an aggregation of some tiles from 2019 data set gathered by FEMA. This one has some really fairly bad outliers. But actually, if you look at the bounding box here, that's the worst of it up here, but you can actually see pretty distinct outliers down here and over here. And if we turn up the point size from the default of 1 to 4, you can really start to see those coming through. So how do we get rid of those? Well, this chunk is actually pretty easy. You could go in and you could use the segmentation tool to just carve this out, and you could do the same for some of these others. It would just take some time. Now, if you're really interested in being quite precise, I think this is the most precise way to do it, if a little time consuming. But you also have some tools at your disposal, and one of those is the statistical outlier removal tool. There's also a noise filter. I tend to use SOR. It works pretty well. You've got a couple of different settings. Basically, we're looking for sort of outlier values. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. The tool takes, a moderate amount of time to run, fairly fast compared to a lot of other LiDAR tools. It's still going to take a minute to finish this off. This is a point cloud of about 19 million points, and it's just going to go through and figure out these outliers. So I'll pause the video and unpause it when it's done. Okay, that just finished, and now we have our original data set here, and then the cleaned version there. And you can see that the bounding box on this is now much tighter. It looks more or less correct, and we haven't really lost any points that we don't need as far as we can tell. So there's a quick demo. Hopefully that works for you. Always check the result of this quite clearly. Sometimes very tall buildings can get clipped unintentionally. One of the reasons that I like to manually clean the point cloud if I can, although this one had enough errors that I probably wouldn't. There's some more errors probably over here, whether those are real or not. There's sort of a crane kind of in the ballpark over here, so that very well could be part of the crane, but you may, of course, just decide that that's not something you want in your data set, and can, of course, section that out as well. Now, I've chosen to remove these entirely from the data set because that fits my particular use case here, but you may very well want to change the classification of those as well. So that's a different video, different option, but hopefully this works for you.